Okay, so this is the third video of this. Basically, that one was too long. I was a bit off topic. So, this is really excellent, Brus. This is a lot better than I actually expected. This looks like a little bit like French fries, though. Maybe like bigger crystals in there. But everything you guys do, like I have no expectations of any of you. Basically, like I've my experience of life is just basically disappointment and not really getting my hopes up. Uh, so from that, everything you do is extra, right? So it's just like, yeah, just go gung ho. But this is amazing, bro. If I had to like give feedback on it though, like if this is more green in here, because that's like green and purple go really good together, and like I like how it's blue and yellow, like complementary colors. This looks really organically nice, and then maybe this like looks a bit like weird, but or not weird, but like I don't know. Like, this is like a more detailed, and that one's like kind of like woo. Yeah, but this is amazing. This is really good. The portals look a bit wonky though, like a little bit weird. But the thing about iteration is like the path to detail, right? So, just keep on knocking stuff off. But this is really good though. The pathways are a little bit messed up, but that could be added in with like Photoshop stuff, maybe like a bridge right there, and just like stuff like that. It looks really good. Like there, it looks like almost like a wizard witch battle or something. This would be really cool because if you zoom in, like to 200% here. Like if you're going around like this, like, imagine little guys, and like that, right? So it looks really good. It looks really organic, but like maybe like not have the French fries so much. Like maybe like put bigger crystals in the center of it somewhere, So like maybe like one or two big crystals, and it'd be really cool. But other than that, like maybe get some Ray-Ban or RABA, and I think yeah, the Ray-Ban he's in the Rabane, whoops, what's going on here? Oh, is it, he's in the forums up there, or the forums, whatever, right? Terminology. Um, yeah, looks really good. Oh, is it, anyway. What I imagine in my head's like something like this, where it starts off on like Doors Deep, where it's almost like take the, like the ambience of this, like take out the yellow and orange, and just have the blue and dark, and have like a cave like this. And it kind of leads in, and it's like and it slowly gets like more crystals and stuff like that, right? And it's also like this is I like this. It's almost like this actually looks like the inside of a cave, whatever, because it has like that kind of like no moisture really hit it, kind of, oh, kind of, but like it has like this looks like the inside of a cave. It really does. Um, like some of the stuff's also down like South America for that, right? It looks like the inside of it, almost like back guano, but different. It looks really good though. These guys look a bit weird, but like the top looks really it'd be cool if these guys were actually like see through, like somewhat transparent. Like say you have like a 20 to 30% transparency on these guys, they're not just like solid, right? But other than that, it's really good. It'd be cool to have like one big like forest room, or a crystal forest with like one giant, huge monolithic crystal, like that tree house in Cloakwood there, where it's like that huge mixture of like wonder and mystery. But as it is, it looks really good though. I have hardly any complaints, like just hardly any at all. I'm just like I'm not trying to to try to kiss ass, I guess you could say, but it looks really good, like excellent. There's very few complaints. I probably have some like walls, I guess, like so it looks like you're in like a cave, but other than that, looks really good. Because if we have like, a whole bunch of areas, like probably like starts off like Dorn's Deep and like goes to like something like this, and then like a little bit more of this, and then you get to like a crystal forest like that, and then maybe like end up in like a big fish or cool area. Basically, it gets more and more like crazy lights the further you go on, and like a big like all the crazy crystals and stuff that have a bunch of power and stuff, and all the crazy wizards and stuff like that, and all the monsters at the end of it. Maybe like they're all feeding off of it, so it's like really it would make sense that people wouldn't really know about like the crystal place because they all die at the end most of the time, so they only really know about like this, and like Dorn's Deep, like, oh, there's not too many crystals in there, right? But then like the further you go down the rabbit hole, it gets like really intense and crazy. That would be pretty nuts. But yeah, as it is though, it's really good. Also, Gem Pound, I have a cool tip I want to give you. You're like all like getting all like probably all like demotivated, right, from like all the crazy things. Just type it up here and type in Moz Grekken, and then like Morris Griken, I don't know, this guy, right? And then the very bottom of it, it'll be like the advanced search. It'll be like some type of question, like, to make sure you're like an actual human being, not like a crazy bot trying to like spam the forums. Um, and type that in, and you'll get these results. There's 14 of them, I think, with Moz Grekken, and you can go bonkers on this. It basically looks like this at the end. It's basically like, highlights Moz Grekken for you. And yeah, so you click on, I don't know, let's see here. Uh, see how it's, let's see here, go like this one, I guess. It'll load up, and then it'll be like something like this, but it'll basically like, watch it. Just see how it highlights Mos Greckin for you, you know? Yeah, just try that out. Yeah, so, there's my tip to you. Yeah, so just take care, guys. Um, I don't know. Also, I've been, what was it, looking up some EverQuest stuff, basically Project 99, because just seeing how it was made, right? And one thing that really struck me really cool was that how the questing was done. I remember I played a little bit of EverQuest, not too much, but it was none of the Project 99 stuff. But yeah, it's basically like how you talk to people is like they'll be like, I'm a monk. I give out red, blue, gray, whatever headbands, and they'll be like, then you'd be like, blue headbands, you say? And you'd be like, blah 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 blah. You're giving out to the people. You go and slay some hobgoblins, whatever. Right? It's all kind of like like actual written like a novel kind of like almost like not like a immersion building text, right? It's not like kill some hobgoblins for because reasons. It's like, oh, over there, there's the Akatari wilds over in Greenland over there, or some of that, right? They're like there's some gnolls causing trouble and for that there's the craziness and crazy gnolls and stuff like that. Way better writing than this. My brain is it's 5 in the morning, guys, so I'm really surprised my brain works. So yeah, it's just like really depth of like the gnolls over there, they've been causing problems and the traders and stuff like that, and they're there's rumors of necromancy coming from this Greymane, the death orc, whatever clan leader of the gnolls taking over them, and it's all evil and stuff. We need to go over there, and it'd be great. You earn the blue headband through slaying this, and prove your worth and get the next one ever, right? So then also how it talks is like it's something like Baldur's Gate where it's like initiate, have that kind of that level of dialogue, it's kind of puts an MMO. It's like, whoa, really, really, really cool. But the graphics kind of suck, but that doesn't really matter though, right? It's almost like Nintendo 64 graphics, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I've been watching it through this guy, but not like playing because it looks like it's going to take a lot of time. I want to do this more so than play a game. I'd rather create a game than play it, but I like to learn like different assets because World of Warcraft, I used to play a whole shit ton of time. That thing is basically based, like all the cool versions of World of Warcraft were kind of really inspired from EverQuest. They basically made it like more streamlined and like less clunky as hell, and then they kind of cut some of the depth out. Like for example, the EverQuest didn't have instance dungeons. It was basically open world dungeons. People had to take turns, and it was really community building. But that's a different type of game. This is Baldur's Gate, right? But it took some. It's good like grounding, to see where things came from and different perspectives to learn, inspirational materials, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm up to. I'm also going to try to work on correcting the, basically just make the enhanced edition items better. I'm sorry, Cove, like you're whoever did the items, like they're up here somewhere. I did a list of them. The enhanced edition items, they weren't really all that good. Like they weren't like super inspired. Like someone was trying to make the best items in the entire world. Like someone didn't really like for example, people who made these items weren't trying to make like the greatest items that could ever be made on the like enhanced edition. Like on the Infinity Engine. Like, the Golden Axe is like this blurry ass icon. The Gold Digger has a blurry thing too. I've actually been trying to find the base of the Gold Digger, because it looks like a really cool sword. I want to enhance that, but I don't know where the I've been looking around through all the Infinity Engine games, Icewind 2, stuff like that, Baldur's Gate 2, Complete Edition. I've been looking around for that, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I think it's like a kit bash, maybe a new sword someone made, like Rancor is actually, I think it's a community sword. Someone made Rancor, and they basically then the enhanced edition kind of took the coolness of this one-handed sword and just made it into. It was kind of a shitty. It was really dumb what they did, but it's a cool concept. But this didn't, It seems like items weren't really the main focus of the enhanced edition. It kind of sucked. It was kind of like a tacked on thing. It looked really, really shitty. It was basically like 6 out of 10. It was really bad. Really, really bad. Considering like the items were like pretty much like 9.5 out of 10 for like depth and stuff. It was a kick to the nuts. It was really bad. So I'm gonna try to make these all these unique ones actually unique, because they're, face it or not, they're part of the Baldur's Gate family. Whether I like it or not. So they're okay in some of the concepts. I'm gonna have to rename this one Nightclub. That's really juvenile, really childish. Because because it's a really blatant reference of like, you know, nightclub. It doesn't, you know, it just doesn't seem, it seems kind of dumb. Like also that fish, whatever. It's not in the game, but you know. Yeah, so I'm trying to make these better for the game, because make the game healthier. Because I want to be older when I can't, like, you know, like I want Baldur's Gate to be a good game. You know, I know it's been like, you know, for your work, you know, on the Baldur's Gate team, you know, the Enhanced Edition. A lot of stuff was really good, but there's some stuff that really needs to be improved, like these guys. So, yeah. So I'm gonna have to give a whole bunch of new item bans for these guys, and I have to rework the scripting, and I'm gonna have to rebalance some items because they're just so like this thing is like this literally like the stupefier. It's a more ways than one. It's a stupefier. So I don't even like. I actually think this is worse than the Drazit's scimitars, because you get it right off early in the game, hardly any difficulty to it to find it, and it's just really you load the game over and over again. You always win basically, right? It's not always, but it's just ridiculously powerful. I actually don't really want to play with this mace because it's just like I don't want to. It's just too damn powerful. It's just I think it's really stupid. It's also a mace, so a lot of people can wield it, you know, like clerics and shit like that. So it's just, you know, if it was a bastard sword, you know, they'd be like, so like only fighters type to really wield it, and rangers, but yeah, it's just kind of dumb. So I'm gonna have to really give some new. Yeah, so I actually have I had a dream about this sort of like like 2 years ago, I think, or a year ago, but what this guy could look like. Item bam, basically, you know, what it looks like a little bit different. Yeah, so if anyone knows where I doubt anyone knows where the actual like, base of the gold digger is, but if you could actually find that, I can make a better BAM. Yeah, so I think that's about it, guys. I'm waiting for that's Mosgricken, you know, 3D guide, but don't rush it. Just take your time. Take a long. I got lots of time. I have basically 15 years to do this. I basically set myself out to have like, you know, work on this for 15 years as a side project. So realistically, guys, take your time. Do a good job if you want. I have no expectations of you. So just whatever you do is a lot more extra than I thought, because thought it was pretty. So I basically prepared myself to do all the areas, basically everything myself. The areas, the items, the creatures, the animations, the scripting, the optimizing, just all these in the interface, everything, right? And it took a long ass time to do, but you know, it took around like 15 years to make the enhanced edition, right? So you know, people are still around, and if EverQuest taught me anything, basically, you know, nostalgia is really powerful. It's gonna be a community base in 15 years still, right? So you know, somewhat. So you know, it's the thing about this game though, it doesn't suffer like MMO where it's like you have to have a consistent like breathing world. You basically pick it up and go. It's like it's a book. This game is so well polished, it's so good, so amazing. Baldur's Gate, that it's basically a book. It's a little bit clunky, but it's basically like an interactive novel. That's what it really is. It's not like uh, it's not really like a game so much. It's like half role playing game and half like interactive novel. So it's really good like that. Um, so yeah, take care, guys. Have fun, and yeah, bye for now. I'll probably think of some other things maybe later on. But yeah, whoop ass, guys. Bye for now.